Good evening, everyone. This is Gaurav here.
Hey guys, I'm Vaibhav.
Akshita couldn't join us in today's analysis, so we'll be analyzing Reliance Industries today. Reliance Industries call was given by me and obviously was helped by Akshita and Vaibhav a few days back. So we'll be taking ahead. We'll be explaining you what was the logic in selecting Reliance Industries when the entire world was bullish, was bearish, and was expecting that Reliance Industries will not sustain above 1600. So before analyzing Reliance Industries, let us take a recap. So this is a screenshot of my post on LinkedIn, where 5 days back I had posted about Reliance Industries. The reason to pick up Reliance Industries was that it was making a bullish pattern known as inverted head and shoulder pattern, and also positive outcome from the derivative data. So as you can see, we had picked up Reliance Industry at 1545, and currently it is trading above 1610, which is already, and made a high of 1623, which is already almost a 80 rupee gain. So yes, so many people are already holding this position. So let us see whether the ones who are holding it should hold it, and ones who don't have Reliance Industries is fresh entry advisable, and what can be the target and what can be the stop loss. So that will be taken ahead by Vaibhav. So yeah, Vaibhav, you can take over.
So I'll run you through the technical analysis part of Reliance Industries. So as Gaurav mentioned, so we see a bullish inverted head and shoulder breakout, and you see that the setup is still intact. So what is interesting to notice here is in previous trading session, Reliance couldn't sustain above 1600 level. So today, as you can notice, it has a closing above 1600. So it signifies a strength. Also, if you see the volume graph, the volumes are higher than the average. So we expect a move between 1650 to 1680. So I recommend, I suggest that safe players can book profits and no fresh entries right now.
And the ones who are
So the
holding
derivative,
can take it for 1650 to 1680, right? The ones who are aggressive players or something like that, right? So Vaibhav, this is one graph where people say ki, what if the breakout fails? So I think we should take another data analysis, that is derivative data analysis,
derivative,
and
yeah.
then move ahead and see what is in store for the Reliance Industries. So
I
I'll
think
be
that will give
taking
a clear picture to them. Yeah.
exactly. So I'll be taking you guys through with the derivative data part. So what is interesting to see here, guys, is if you notice 1600 call, it was maintaining the highest open interest till 2 p.m. today. But once we saw a move above 1600, the call writers who were active at 1600 call have covered their position, and 1600 doesn't have is not maintaining its highest open interest. If you notice, 21 lakh shares here, and that has been shifted to 1700 strike, that is 25 lakh shares. So the call writers which were there, which were active at 1600 strike, have covered their position, and traders are writing their calls at 1700 strike, indicating that Reliance Industries will not cross 1700, which means there can be a possibility of Reliance moving towards 1650, 1680 with regards to a derivative data as well. On the lower side, 1500 put maintains the highest open interest of 16 lakh shares. But what is interesting to see here is, like, highest put writing was seen at 1600 levels. So put writers were heavy today at 1600 levels, indicating that they expect Reliance Industries not to cross 1600 on the downside. So what we would say is, if Reliance Industries is able to sustain about 1600, it's a good hold for people who are holding, and for a target of 1650 to 1680 on the higher side. And fresh players who have not entered Reliance Industries, better not to enter, because it can be risky and may trigger your stop losses and it will not be a good risk to reward trade. So that's all from our side. And Weber, do you want to give any closing comments on this?
So as we covered the entire technical analysis part and the derivatives part, so if you like this video, so please mention in the comment like any next company that you want us to complete
Analyze,
the
yeah.
analysis part.
Yeah.
So that's it from our side.
Okay. Thank you, guys. And one more thing, disclaimer, giving a disclaimer that this video is purely for educational purposes. It is not a buy or sell recommendation. So please do not blindly trade on our calls. Do your own research and then come. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for joining us, and stay safe. It's Corona days. Okay. Good night.